Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Married at First Sight, season 11, episode 12 and stuff. Okay, I did not review last week's episode. I recorded it. It was 40 minutes. I did not feel like editing the video, and I kept on saying, I'm going to edit it tomorrow and put it up. I'm edit tomorrow and put it up. I deleted it and said I ain't got time because it was just so much talking with the couples. I was like, so I didn't do it. Anyway, I'm back this week, y'all. We're going to see how much talking we do this time and whatever. But first things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird. Dun, 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 dun. And all that goodness and stuff or whatever. Okay, do not forget to also like, comment, and share this video. You can follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. The link is in the description box below. And we also need to always inhale and exhale. Okay, to inhale and to exhale. Okay, and to always relax, to relate, to release, and center yourself and anyone around you. Because there's so much, Lord Jesus, there's so much going on all up with these words and stuff or whatever. I don't have no pictures. I don't have none. And I feel like I can't keep going like the whole conversation betwixt the couples because Brett and Olivia, it was just so much conversation. And I'm like, it's just draining. So I'm going to try to skip through some stuff and give y'all the gist of what everything is. And not had this be so damn long or whatever. Y'all like my little papa? I do. Anyway, so, wait. Potato chip. We have we have Amelia and Bennett, who was first. Now we see them basically meeting with their little friends and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We see him meeting with his sister, who had a stuffed duck, and it was at a restaurant. And she asked the waiter if they had any food for the duck. It's a teddy bear. It's a teddy duck. That damn duck don't need no food, but I'm gonna leave that because they weird people and whatnot, okay? Now, they was chit-chatting and whatever. I wasn't listening too much, okay? Because guess what it was? Too much just random conversation about the same thing. How the marriage going? We happy. It's going good. We don't have many issues. I like her. She likes me. Boom, pow, pow. Okay? Now, we know that Bennett, I hope I said it ain't right, Amelia and Bennett. We know Bennett loves Amelia. I think she loves him too. We're gonna leave that be or whatever. But again, he lets her know, like, I'm falling in love with her. I have very strong feelings for her sister. Oh my God, I'm so happy that you're falling for her. It's really, really great. And now was it on that? We see her meet with her friend or whatever. She tells her friend how her friend said, I don't like living with men. I don't like that because once y'all move in together, okay, the passion can sometimes deplete too fast because there's no mystery, okay? You don't want the mystery to go away by living with somebody. I do. I want to know, do he put his clothes in the hamper? Okay, does he put the toilet seat down? Okay, does he put his ketchup in the refrigerator or in the cabinet? I need to know these things because I don't like cold ketchup. I don't like a wet ass. I like the clothes in the hamper. I need to know these things. If that mystery goes away, it's fine. It's okay. I need to know, is he a mass murderer? Okay, does he be up here at night walking around naked holding his Johnson? I need to know what he do at night. Does he sleep with the fan on or the fan off? Okay, what does he need? Pure silence? Okay, or can he have some noise? These are things I need to know immediately. But we're gonna leave that be or whatever. Anyway, she brings up how, we're doing good. Like, I'm saying, we are still getting to know each other. So, the mystery within our thing, hasn't depleted just yet because we're strangers. So it's a lot that we're getting to know. The mystery is still there. Okay. And I'm like, fine. Now, she also brings up, I have very strong feelings for Bennett. Okay, there are strong feelings for him. And I wrote him a love song. I'ma sing it to them for our anniversary because it's all of their 1 month anniversary. Okay, boom, pow, pow. So we just see them doing a couple things and whatnot. They walking around, hiking in the woods, walking all weird, running. I think Amelia was running like she was Bigfoot. But I don't know. And Bennett was stretching in the woods. But I mean, it was what it was. Now, while they're there, he kept saying how he wanted to be able to tell her that he loved her. This water, y'all, this water. He wanted to tell her that he loved her in some kind of special way. He wanted it to be the right time in the right place and everything and whatnot to say it. And then we see like da 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 da. It was some little noise or whatever. And then we see them again. He say, I told her I loved her. She didn't say it back. But I told her I love her. And she was like, I love you. And he's like, you do? She was like, yeah, I love you. I guess she was waiting. I don't know. But he told her and she told him. So now it is what it is. We then see them, for their anniversary or whatever. He got her a blender. I'm pretty sure it was used because it wasn't in the box. I'm pretty sure he got that blender from either the Salvation Army or whatever they had down in New Orleans, or from his mama's house, or from his little house. But it wasn't as if you went out and bought her a blender. I don't think. Because again, blenders come in boxes unless you buy them from the Goodwill or whatever. He got her a mouth. It was like a mouth. It was a mouth something, little instrument with some string and something that looked like a little pencil. I don't know what it was. And then she sang her love song to him, and it said, I love you, I met you, and we still together, and something like that. I don't know, I just made it up, but it was a little love song that he liked. He loved it or whatever. I said, oh, ain't that cute. Now we did see each couple, they got their 1 month anniversary gift from the show, which was the video of the wedding, the photos, all that stuff. And they looked through their stuff and it's so amazing to be. It was fine. It was regular. Okay. Next up, Karen and Miles. What happened with Karen and Miles? You know what I'm saying? It's a month in, you know what I'm saying? Karen then say it's time for us to start connecting organically and no longer just checking off boxes and stuff. Meaning it's we can't keep letting production help us grow. Because a part of the show is production does give them questions to ask each other, things to work on. So, okay, let's stop checking these production boxes. Let's try to organically bond. Well, Karen, stop being a robot. Stop meeting George Jetson. Just saying. So they then in the park or whatever, and they're playing 2 truths and 1 lie. And then whoever wins, meaning whoever guesses the most answers right, they can do a truth or dare or whatever. And so they play. It was fun. They both was laughing and joking, and he ended up winning. Okay, he got the most of them right. And then, he said, well, since I won, we're going to go get tattoos. Because you said before that you wanted a new tattoo, but you could not think of what to get. So, take some time to think about what it is. She said, yeah, but tattoos are so permanent. He said, yeah, like the commitment we made. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, this is the long game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't thinking short term. I don't think he meant we had to get tattoos of each other. But we're still going to do something that is permanent, the same way our marriage was. I don't like Karen. In the way of Karen, every season we have 2, is usually a male and a female. Sometimes 2 male. We always have someone who should not have come on the show simply because they weren't ready for it. This season that is Karen, and I want to say Karen and also Christina, I think, but for sure, Karen is for sure not the one who should be on here. Whatever. I'll tell about why I feel that about Christina later. Anyway, we do see that they later on go to a park because it's their anniversary or whatever, and this is around COVID time. So because Miles said, I wanted to do a whole little dinner here and dinner there, whatever, but I can't because of COVID. So they in a little park. He gives her a little gift. It was just a little shirt, and they had all like the TV show couple goals people, like Claire and Heathcliff, Martin and Gina, whoever, Sinclair and over, whatever. Anyway, and so you see, not that I think we have to be perfect like these couples were on TV, but I would love for us to get to a place of that. Okay, you, Karen, I don't know if Karen is eligible or capable is a better word of being that, because she's so stuck in her head and it gets on all my dang on nerves and whatnot. And he, she's like, Thank you. And even her thank you seemed insincere to me. Like, it seemed like this is a dumb gift, but thank you anyway. And she then gives him a kiss on his cheek. He's not a hooker. You can kiss a hooker. Well, I don't think you kiss hookers. But I guess if you did kiss a hooker, you kiss on the cheek because everything could maybe dirty. I digress. Anyway, she then gives this weird, it's not, it's weird because this isn't a typical anniversary. It is. Y'all are legally married. That is literally your 1 month anniversary of marriage. So it just seemed disingenuous to me how she reciprocated his gifts. Karen still treats Miles like she just met him today. Like I feel like it's very aggravating. Okay, now they got their wedding stuff, and you're like, oh my god, you look so great. Okay, so great or whatever. They would look at their pictures or whatever, and I still feel like Karen, I don't like it. She may be a great person in real life. I completely get that, but she is the wrong person to be on a show about meeting someone and marrying them and then taking the steps to build a marriage within the 8 or weeks, whatever it is. She's still at week 1, and it is week 4. Anyway, we then have Henry and Christina. Now, he chat with his best friend, Kristen. Now, I didn't like Kristen at first because Kristen was a friend at the wedding who said, I'm not going to treat Christina with any respect or whatever because she brand new, I don't know or whatever. And I'm like, that's not nice. But to realize that they are actually best friends, a best friend would say that, I can't let you in because I don't know you. So, she decided to grow drunken way or whatever. Anyway, he tells her what's been going on recently, just with the conversations they've been having, how much he realizes how different he is from her and how she said, a lack of confidence would be a deal breaker. And then she asked me, like, you think that was like a dig at you because she knows that, sometimes you have those issues or whatever. Like, I don't know if it was a dig at me. Like, but I'm aware that, I'm saying, I'm very different. I'm a different person or whatever. And it's not really easy being with me. He said, I'm monotone. I'm hard to read. I'm not extremely affectionate. And I'm to myself a lot. So I get, I'm saying, that's a lot to deal with or whatever. And I'm trying to work on all of it because it's hard to change everything, so fast or whatever. But, I'm saying, and I know that me and her are different. And what I appreciate is what his friend then said, how, all the things you just said, you said it in like a negative way. It's not negative that that you are yourself. You don't want to put so much on you. Like, don't take on the job of who you are being negative, because that will only bring on insecure feelings or whatever. And I'm like, that's true, because if you are who you are, you don't want to think who you are isn't good enough, when it's not as if those things are all negative. And I got what she meant. Not saying he does not need to be more of those things, but he doesn't have to make it seem as if he had to change everything about himself in order to fit into what Christina wants. But I'm like, girl, bye. Anyway, she also brings up how you're like, I don't even really see y'all working out because y'all are so different. Even hanging out with y'all at the housewarming, seeing how she treated production like it was so out of line. We then see the footage of her. Production was asking at the house party for them to have more of a conversation about Christina and Henry versus the friends or whatever. So the production was like, okay, can we get back on the couple who the show is about? Okay. And we then see her just saying, well, that's stupid. Like, it's dumb for y'all to think that we can really sit here and have a whole. I'm like, why is it dumb for people to think that you can have an adult fucking conversation? Like, how was that stupid? Girl, she irks my damn nerves. Anyway, but how she spoke to them and saying, what y'all asking us to do was stupid and dumb and I won't do it. It was her attitude, her vibrato of it was just rude. And she said, but I'm happy to see, well, I think it's good that you are still attempting to work things out and see where it goes, even though I think it ain't going nowhere. And he said, it's just day by day, us just seeing where it goes. They have good moments that, to me, will help them be friends when they divorce on divorce day. Okay, on decision day, they not gonna be together, and I think this will help them be friends because they're not here fussing and cussing at each other, whatever. So we then see she meets with her friend Chris or whatever, and she tells him how we still sleep in the same bed, but we haven't had sex at all or whatever, and it's been a whole month. And usually in my past relationships, after one day we having sex. Yes, that may be true, but none of that led to marriage. Okay, none of it led to marriage. And she then brings up, I think he might really only see me as a friend. Like, I may really be in the friend zone because I don't see that he really wants to be married to me. You think that because he won't fuck you? The reason he won't fuck you is because you acting like a slut. Like, give me the dick. I want the dick. Give me some dick right now. And he like, calm down, little moccasin. Calm down or whatnot or whatever, okay? But, and it's just weird. She then goes into how he doesn't give me any compliments. So he's like, he doesn't say I'm looking pretty this day, or he doesn't just tell me things to let me know I'm like beautiful or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Chris said, well, maybe you need to either push or pull him out of his shell. Okay, because you see, he's a kind guy. He's the nicest guy you've ever been with. Okay, let's say that first of all. And I'm saying he's a great person. So, if you see he's in his comfort zone, maybe you need to show him the way to your cooch. Okay, show him the way to the vagina, or just show him the way to be more open to trying to get more affectionate or whatever. Don't keep waiting for him to make a move, because our issue is he hasn't made a move. Well, neither have you. And if you was fucking on the first dates, you pretty easy. No tea, no shade. Because girl, just stop it over there. Anyway, so we do see them have a conversation at the end. And, just kind of asking where they both are in the marriage. I wasn't listening. Not at all. But I heard her say something. Okay, and it was in response to what he said. Okay, so he said something, and then she said, what, you're right. You're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? I need to stop comparing you to my exes or my past relationships, because none of that ended in marriage. So I have to kind of stop comparing old shit to my marriage, which is brand spanking new. And it was really that. Now, they also look over their wedding stuff. And she brought up how I didn't realize how much we kissed, during the wedding. So we then see all these pictures, them at the wedding kissing, doing the photos, kissing at the reception. Kiss. And they haven't done that much now. Because y'all in your head. And you need to just stop. I mean, maybe y'all just give each other head. Okay? Just do a whole little 69 or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, that was them. Woody and Amani. They sat down, while he made her breakfast and she made the mimosas. Okay, and she brought up how, them buying champagne to consistently have more mimosas is gonna get expensive or whatnot. So they sitting down to go over making a budget, which is smart. Make a hope, because you have to budget your stuff. Okay, budget your stuff. Now, they want to spend like $1,800. Excuse me, on the rent or whatever they moved to, because he lived with his grandma, and so they're gonna end up having to get a new space and whatnot. And so they're like, $1,800, for rent or whatever, this for that for this. She then said, well, how much do you want to put like on date now? Like, how much do you want to do, put in the budget for us, courting each other? He said, oh, we're gonna go out like once a week. It's date night or whatever, and then she be like $150. She like, well, $150 a week would be $600 a month. Like, that's a lot. She's like, every date night doesn't have to be like, or that it could be something simple as a movie. You know what I'm saying? Little $20, bucks. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, that's fine. So they, kind of do that. And then they get on how they want to buy a house eventually, and how if they get a house, they want a dog, and with the dog being inside out. Them and this dog talk is just always funny, because he don't want a dog in the house, and she feel like, I don't want my dog outside. Well, can you make the dog not stink? I don't like pets at all. I don't like dogs, cats, birds, nothing. So I would not want a dog in my house at all. Make it a nice mansion outside. I mean, it can come in every once in a while, but it has to sleep out there. Okay. Anyway, they then discuss shopping budget. How much do we want to put forth to the shopping thing? Woody said he spent about $500 to $1,000 a month on clothing and shopping and shit. She was like, that's a lot of money. Like, that's a lot. He like, well, I get what I want. You know what I'm saying? I like to look fly, and she do too. But she like, it worries me that he spends money, so freely, as if, what I'm saying, we don't just save for the future. I can say I spend, I may spend $1,000 a month, but I've stopped because my closet is full. Well, not full. I have more space. I have more space, but I have so much. I don't need to buy that much new stuff. So now I may spend maybe $500 a month on stuff and whatnot. Okay, but I get it. But I wouldn't spend $1,000 every month. Not every month. Some months I don't buy anything, or if I do buy, I may spend $100. I don't know. It ain't about me. Anyway, so we do see Woody go shopping to get Amani and 1 month anniversary gift, and he like, I already got her some gifts, but I want to get her some shiny, and he gets her a pair of like diamond earrings. They wasn't big diamonds at all, but they weren't like itty bitty. They was like some starter diamonds. Okay, less than a carat. Maybe less than that. I don't know. It was a nice little. It was a nice size to where I don't think she'll be upset or whatnot. But anyway, it was. We then see them meeting up with Miles and Karen. The only thing I got from them meeting up, one, I wish they would meet up more. Okay, because they said how Miles and Woody has hung out or whatever. Karen and Amani has hung out. They have not hung out as much as couples. I'm like, but don't y'all live in the same building? Why not? But everybody got jobs and stuff. I'm gonna leave that be. But I realized the dynamic in the two marriages. You can see the difference between the two, because when we had they said what they've learned. I think it was what it was. But when Miles said that for him, that Karen doesn't express herself as hard for him, because he said, I did not know she thought I was cute because she didn't tell me until she said it in front of Pastor whoever and whatnot. And then Woody said, you can't tell when she look at you. He was like, well, obviously not. No, because I can't read her that well, so it's hard for me to read my wife. And Woody and Amani, their whole vibe is it's a connection or whatever. So we said, well, I know when she like what I have on, like I can tell when she thinks I'm good. It's the look that she gives me that I know I can read her look. To me, it showed the dynamic, because Woody and Amani pay attention to each other, and they're both expressive in their own way. Karen isn't. Karen always has the exact same look on her face, whether she's happy, sad, or whatever. Like she's had all these different emotions, and her facial expression rarely ever changes. So I can understand him saying like, I never know what she's thinking. With Amani, he said like, she looks at me in a certain way, and I know. You know what I'm saying? The dynamic is different, to where they feel each other better, and Miles is still trying to feel if Karen is hot or cold, and that's why I don't like Karen. But I digress. Anyway, they then bring up how Miles and Karen said how they're gonna adopt a dog. They want to adopt dogs, or no, foster dogs, which makes putting them out. We want a dog too. And when they talking about, I'm like, first of all, Miles and Karen, y'all don't need no dog. Karen can barely act like she likes Miles. So yeah, dog need love and affection. She can't love Miles, right? Don't bring that dog in there and fuck him up. No. Don't need it. Anyway, we then see that was what they love me. Amani and Woody have a little date night for the 1 month anniversary or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a little dinner at the crib. And Amani brings up like, I'm not in love yet. Okay, but the connection that me and Woody have, it's amazing. And I'm, taking these steps towards love. It was cute. And Woody's like, she's my black queen. Like, she has made me do everything different. How I act, talk. She's changed me. And the killing part is you can kind of see the way Woody talked about getting married was one way. He wanted to be a certain kind of way, but once he got married, it's like it was a switch flips, and he like, okay, that's my wife. Okay, I got it. So it's real cute. Anyway, we do see that he gave her the gifts. I can't remember if he gave her the diamond earrings, but I know he gave her a couple different things or whatever. And he gave her some coupons, okay? Some sex coupons, some massage coupons, some foot rub coupons. You should do that in your relationship. You just write stuff down, one free blowjob, one free cooch rub, one free wash the dishes, one free, sex shop, that stuff, okay? Coupon. Okay, you don't feel like doing it, you have to watch. I got a coupon for it. I have a coupon for shower sex, and even though you just got your hair done, you gotta have this. Why I gotta get anyway? So yeah, and he rubs her feet, and then he's like, "I appreciate you," and I'm like, "Oh, see." As he rubs her feet, she thanks him. They real cute, okay. And we did see them also look over their stuff, their pictures. And the way they both was like, the pictures look like we look so comfortable. And she say when they kiss at the altar, she's like, your hand is so close to my boob. He like, yeah, because I was comfortable from the start or whatever. It was cute. And they photos do, like she said, I was worried that the photos would come out looking weird or odd, and they look perfect. Not once she met him, but before she married him, she thought it may come out weird, but it was real great. So that was fine. And then lastly, Olivia and Brett, who just had too much. It was too much. It was so much conversation. Okay. Oh, the reason I feel like Christina should not have come on the show. I feel like Christina just wanted somebody to consistently have sex with, who she thought would be a good mate. She don't really want to marry. She wanted a wedding. You know what I'm saying? That's what she wanted. That's why I just thought about that. Back to Olivia and Brett. They have a virtual visit with Pastor Cal because she wants to discuss things because, he can fix it all. Pastor Cal is a super pastor. So she tells him how I just want to be sure that Brett, isn't taking this marriage thing as like just a TV show. He like, well, I feel like, to not acknowledge or to act like we not filming the TV show is naive. Like, because we are filming a TV show, like it's crazy for me not to be aware that we filming. Like, to do that would be insincere. And while I get what he mean, I think Olivia's point is don't be fake because the camera's on. And I don't think he got that point or whatever, but I understand what he's saying. So, because she then brings up how, off camera, he's nice, he's caring or whatever, he's thoughtful. And we then see these flashes of them, of cameras, like overnight cameras or whatever. Not hidden cameras, but, whatever. But, we see them, like, on the couch, laughing and talking, kissing, him asking her to kiss him and everything, him scooping her up and hug. Like, it was real cutesy-wootsy. And to me, they both seemed much more relaxed in those scenes than I've seen either of them be on camera. And I mean that to say, she looked different off camera the same way he looked different off camera. I think they both, the cameras come on, they both kind of get a little bit stiff. You know what I'm saying? But she brings up when the cameras are on, like, he's just being extra. Like, I don't get why he's this extra, jokey person. Like, it's dumb or whatnot. And he said, well, I think she's confusing me with being, conscious of how we're being portrayed because we're still getting to know one another. So I'm careful at how we interact. He said, but I do that for the betterment of both, like not just me but her too. And I'm not trying to be phony. I'm just conscious that we're always being recorded. And I think that's when they say people who are on camera, you do one of two things. You either are extra, you turn up for cameras, or you just go, I'm be real careful to not let anybody know that after the camera go off, I be sucking dick. I don't want anyone to know that I met this man on day one, and then right after the camera went off, it's that kind of thing or whatever. So she's like, yeah, but I still feel like he's trying to look good for TV. And to his point, to Brett's point, he said, well, that can't be true, because if that was true, we would not be having this conversation, because I would not be arguing with you. If I was trying to be perfect for TV, I would just say like, oh, okay, I would fake it and just get along to not look bad. You know what I'm saying? This conversation doesn't make me look good, so why would you think that I'm doing it to look good? I said that's kind of true. They kind of get on my nerve or whatever. She then tell Pastor Cal, but I don't believe him. And I'm like, God, it's the weird thing of you ask someone to have a conversation with you. They say how they feel and you don't believe them. At what point are we fighting a dog fight? Like, at what point is no point? And it's because when you ask him something, he gives you an answer. If you don't believe it, what's the point of the conversation? You're not going to believe it. And Pastor Cal then say, well, how hard is it for you to trust? Like, has he given you a reason to not trust him? And she says, well, I'm a very trusting person. Like, I trust people until they give me a reason to not trust them. And for me, I just don't know, because I'm still trying to understand him, and it's because he be so sarcastic, whatever. So I don't know if I can trust him. I'm like, and he like, look, y'all marriage won't work if y'all both don't trust each other. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. She then brings up how, well, he said yesterday that I was, insecure, whatever, and I felt like he said that to use it against me to get out the marriage. He then said, well, I felt like she was projecting her feelings onto me, her insecurities onto me, to make it seem as if we would have a fight and then she would have a reason to leave versus just trusting me. And I'm like, I was just so tired of this conversation between you. It's the dumbest shit, because they look, I'm trying not to cuss and fuss or whatever. They then talk to each other, and they both bring up, well, my intentions were not to be mean to you, Brett, you know what I'm saying? But I do feel like sometimes I have to be stern to you, whatever, because if not, you'll shoot me down. He then said, well, my intentions were never to be disingenuous, you know what I'm saying? But, it's a catch-22, because any response I give you, you feel like I'm lying. So, like, it's like I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. And on this issue, I'm with him. If you saying let's fix things because you feel some kind of way, and I tell you how I feel, if you still don't believe me, again, what's the point of the conversation or whatever? So she said, well, I still feel the same. So the conversation was, because her feelings didn't change anyway. I'm like, I can't, and Pastor Cal then said, well, it seems as if y'all both are working from a place of fear, and that's going to control the dynamic, and it's going to be some bullshit or whatever. It was just dumb. It was so dumb. They then have another talk, just the two of them, and she asked him, well, when we're in like a little tiffy, if it's a little tiff or whatever, could you not be sarcastic? Can you just not do that? Because when we're fighting, it comes off as you being mean when you try to be funny, and it makes me be defensive. You know what I'm saying? So I think we should both take a moment and take a little breath, regroup, and then keep talking. Can you do that? He says, I sure can. Yes, okay. She then asked him, what can I do to be better in our conflicts? What do you want from me? He says, all I can ask is that you trust me. You know what I'm saying? Don't assume I'm lying, or that I'm just saying stuff just to say it or whatever. She then says, well, sometimes I just feel that way. I'm looking like, how can you ask him what he wants you to do and then say, well, I can't trust you? I was over it. Because I'm looking like, we just had a whole show of conversation for her to still say, I don't trust what you say. He said, well, okay, if you can just let me know when you feel like I'm being sarcastic in that way, maybe eventually we can get to the point of you trusting me. I don't give no fuck. Okay, Olivia and Brett, y'all gets on my goddamn nerves. And now they watched a video of their wedding, and she said, I think we should watch the video every month. I was so for the motherfuckers. It made me mad. Anyway, that was the whole show. I'm done.